Inaugural address of His Excellency Ramon Magsaysay, former President of the Philippines. My countrymen, you have called upon me to address the highest office within our gift. I accept the trust humbly and gratefully. My sole determination is to be the president for the people. The office of president is the highest in the land. It can be humbly also if we regard it, as we must, in the light of basic democratic principle. The first of these principles is the declaration of the Constitution that sovereignty resides in the people and all government authority emanates from them. This simply means that all of us in a public office are but servants of the people. As I see it, your mandate in the past election was not a license for a selfish enjoyment of power by any man or men. In contrary, it is an endorsement of the principle, at times forgotten, that general welfare is the only justification for the exercise of governmental power and authority. Your mandate is clear and urgent command to establish for the people a government based on honesty and morality, a government sensitive to your needs, dedicated to your best interests, and most importantly, inspired to our highest ideal of man's liberty.
We have a glorious past. Now we must build a future worthy of the past. It is significant that we begin on this day on this day ground by the supreme sacrifice of Jose Rizal. We can find no fine example of dedication to country to light our way. Too all often we speak of Jose Rizal and of Del Pilar, Bonifacio, and Mabini, and our host of heroes as if their work were done, as if today their spirit had ceased to hear any meaning or value to your people. The truth is that we need their spirit now more than ever. We need it to complete the work which they begin. We need men of integrity and faith like Jose Rizal and Del Pilar, men of action like Bonifacio, men of inflexible patriotism like Mabini. We need their zeal, their self-reliance, their capacity for work, their devotion to service their people, to lose themselves in the common cause of the building a nation. Will have such men from this day, the members of administration, beginning with myself. I shall cease to belong to our parties, our families, even to ourselves. We shall belong only to the people.
In the administration of public affairs, all men entrusted with authority must adhere firmly to the ideals and principles of the Constitution. I will render and demand uncompromising loyalty to the basic tenet of our Constitution, that you, the people, are sovereign. The rule of government must be service to you. Accordingly, I pledge my administration to your service. I pledge that we shall extend the protection of the law to everyone, fairly and impartially, to the rich and the poor, the learned and unlettered, recognizing no party but the nation, no family but great family of our race, no interest save the common welfare. The Bill of Rights shall be for me, and the members of my administration, a bill of duties. We shall be the guardians of the freedom and dignity of the individual. More than this, we shall strive to give meaning and substance to the liberties guaranteed by our Constitution, by helping our citizens to attain the economic well-being, so essential to the enjoyment of civil and political rights.
Separation of powers ordained by our Constitution as effective safeguard against tyranny shall be perceived jealousy, mutual respect for the rights and prerogative of each. The three great departments government must be observed. The legislative power vested by the Constitution in the elected representative of the people will, I trust, operative vigorously to persecute our common program of honest, efficient, and constructive government. As executive, I look forward to intimate cooperation with the members of Congress, particularly with those statements who had stood guard over the rights and liberties of our people. The independence of the judiciary shall be strengthened. Our courts must be freed from political and other baneful influences, so that they may function with the same integrity and impartiality which have made our Supreme Court the fortress of law and justice. Heretofore, social justice has raised fervent but protestant hopes in the hearts of our less fortunate citizens. We must not permit social justice to be an empty phrase in our Constitution. We must bring it to life for all. In consonance with this purpose, my administration shall take positive, energetic measures to improve the living condition of our fellow citizens in the various and neglected rural areas of the libraries and in our urban and industrial centers.
The land-nature system of our country shall be re-examined to the purge. It of injustice and oppression, land of landness shall be more than just a catch. Praise we will translate into actually we will clear and open for settlement our vast and fertile public lands which under the coaxing of willing hearts and industrious hands are waiting to yield substance to millions of our countrymen. Democracy becomes meaningless if it fails to satisfy the primary needs of the common man. If cannot give him freedom, can be freedom from fear, and on which of strong republic can be built, his happiness and security shall be foremost among the goals of an administration. We must develop the national economy so that it may better satisfy in materials needs of our people. The benefits of any economy or industrial development program shall be channeled first to our common people so that their living standard shall be raised, while I shall give priority to our domestic problems. May administration will not neglect our international responsibilities. We cannot escape the fact that today the destiny of nations are closely linked. It is in spirit that we regard the goodwill and assistance extended to us through the various programs of international economic cooperation with the more development nations, chiefly the United States. Thank you.
Considering this aid to be primarily means of speeding up to our progress towards self-reliance, I pledge that every peso worth of assistance will be spent honestly and to the best advantage. It is to our common interest to this republic. A monument to mutual goodwill or common labor should prove the world the vitality of the democracy democracy by which we live.
Effects will be spared, no elements of cooperation will be withheld in strengthening and safeguarding our physical security. We are prepared to live in by our obligation under the Mutual Defense Treaty with the United States. To our Asian brothers, we send our fraternal greetings. They are beset by problems, same nature and complexity as those who confront us. We invite them to share our experience and to find solution to those problems through democratic means. It is my hope that we can share our experiences and information that each of us has found most effective in subduing illiteracy, poverty, disease, underproductivity, and other common evils that has afflicted our country and of past generations.
Problems and opportunities ahead of us set the measure of the effort we must exert in the years to come. We must have unity to solve our problems, cooperation to exploit our opportunities. I urge you to forego partisan difference whenever the national interest clearly demands united action. We must not be distracted from our work. We have no time for petty strike. Certainly we cannot temporize with armed dissidents. Therefore, call upon the remnants of the Hawk, uprising still hiding in the hills, to lay down their arms and rejoin the rest of the nation in the ways of the peace. I say to the rank and file of the hunks who have been missed by the lies of Kremlin, that they can win the economic security and social justice they desire only within the framework of our democracy. We shall welcome back the truly reputant with understanding and with sympathy, but the leaders of the communist conspiracy who will deliver this country and its people to our foreign powers. This I say, I shall use all the forces at my command to the end that the sovereign authority of this government shall be respected and maintained. There can be no compromise with this loyalty.
I've been worried that too much is expect of this administration, that our people accept the impossible. For this young and vigorous nation of ours, nothing is really impossible. Let us have faith in ourselves, the same faith that fired the human generation of revolution. They waged and won their struggle with nothing but bullets, their hands and courage in their hearts. Without political training and experience, they wrought a constellation comparable with the best, and established the first republic in Asia. Our own generation was told by doctors and enemies that we will never have. Our own generation was told by doctors and enemies that we will never have independence from the United States. We live today under a free sovereign republic. Our faith was fulfilled. Today we are told anew that it is impossible to do what must be done.